Today I fucked up by walking around naked with roommates. Warning, some audiences may find this content disturbing. View at your own discretion. Welcome to the House of Reddit. Today, we share some recent r/Today I Fucked Up stories posted on Reddit. Today I fucked up by walking around naked with roommates. Full transparency, this actually occurred last night, but the memory is still very strong. Some background info: I'm a 25-year-old guy who lives with two male roommates in a 4B/2B house. It's not particularly large. When you come through the front you're almost immediately in the living room. Out of view is the kitchen until you walk down a short hallway. My bedroom is literally right next to the front door. It actually shares one of the walls with said kitchen. It's rather unusual for our house to be empty. Two of us work full-time 9 to 5 with the third currently looking for work. Now, if you've ever lived with roommates, you know an empty house/flat is a luxurious rarity. Especially after a long day. To be able to unwind without restriction can be a beautiful thing, no matter how well you get along with each other. Last night as I'm pulling in I noticed the driveway is empty. Strange given it was almost 8 o'clock. Once inside I realized the house was clean and both doors to each of their rooms are closed. Great. I make the assumption roommate A is at his girlfriend's, while roommate B is probably visiting family. As he commonly does without announcement, I stroll into the kitchen and start making dinner, music blaring from the speaker. Over the next couple hours I watch TV, play guitar, grab some more snacks, all while rotating from couch to chair to couch. A wonderful conclusion to a long day. Come midnight, I'm in bed having a difficult time getting to sleep. Now, I typically don't sleep naked, so I can't tell you what inspired me to do so last night. Just a whim, I suppose. I get up to grab some water from the kitchen and make a sandwich. As I'm preparing everything I hear what is now the most sobering moment of my entire life, the murmurs and footsteps of multiple people outside the front door. Before I have time to form a thought, I bolt out through the back door almost as they simultaneously open the front. I flank to the side of my house and see not only my roommate, but two gorgeous girls and some other guy whose name I can never remember. They turn on the lights and set a 12-pack of beer on the kitchen island. Mind you folks, I'm now entirely nude, on the side of my house, watching a group of people getting ready to settle in. The night continues. I'm just sort of squatting, periodically peering through the window to see if I can find an opportunity to perhaps make a bolt through the house to the safety of my room. It's like 55 degrees outside with a slight breeze. I'm starting to really panic. After some serious pondering as to the thought if I just casually walked by everyone without saying a word, I then made the decision that I should take the screen off my window and crawl in that way. The only problem is my window is directly in front of the neighborhood, and even without lights I'm nervous somebody would see. Doesn't matter. It has to be done. I tiptoed to the front of the house, which took surprisingly longer because I was trying to avoid making any noise so as to prevent anyone from checking. I make my way to my window and start messing with the screen. It's an older house so it's tougher to remove than I had anticipated. And then it happened. As I stand there, naked as the day I was born, I feel the intense burning heat of car lights shining directly on my person. Roommate number 2 has unexpectedly returned. With my back turned I close my eyes and simply start to shake my head. I hear laughter from his car, obviously more than one person. Utter defeat. I don't even bother looking behind me, instead I confidently stroll through the front door and head to my room. I don't know if anybody else saw me, and I don't care. I'm writing this in the aftermath of some of the most intense embarrassment I think one can feel. Roommates suck. Today I fucked up by thinking of getting a pet fox, and stinking up my whole house. I've always kind of wanted a pet fox. I've seen all the videos of them and read the blogs of pet fox owners, they just seem really cute and playful. I know they're a lot of hard work through, and I'd been doing some research. The number one thing I'd been warned about was the smell, and that apparently 63% of fox owners give up their fox within the first year because of the unbearable smell. One thing I had found, which was even confirmed in a popular Reddit post, is that most legal sellers will require you to open a bottle of fox urine in your home for a week, before even allowing you to move forward with the adoption process, just to avoid people getting a fox and only then realizing they can't handle the smell. So, I thought I'd give it a try. I followed the advice I found online to buy 2 bottles of fox urine, from Amazon. Yes, they sell it, open them inside my house, and see if I could stand the smell. Well, 15 minutes passed and it definitively stunk when you got up close to the bottle, but it wasn't anything unbearable. I started to feel like the stuff I had found about fox odor was overblown, and left for work. Bad idea? When I got home from a 12-hour shift, I could smell the stench before I opened the door. When I did walk inside, I felt like I was punched in the face. The entire house reeked of fox piss. It doesn't smell like ordinary pee at all. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with foxes, but that smell is wretched. And I'm pretty sure the smell has sunk into some of my clothes. I've tried airing the place out, Lysol, etc., but the smell's still there. Guess I'm not getting a fox after all. Today I fucked up by moaning way too loud. Hi everyone, this is my first time posting, but this is too good not to be shared. First I need to provide some context. I moved to the city I am currently living in without knowing a lot of people. I was very lucky to find an open room with 2 women. I am male. They were fairly desperate for a roommate and I was fairly desperate for a room to live in. It was a match made in heaven until yesterday. I was informed by one of my roommates that they were having a girls' night at another friend's place and I would have our place to myself. I was fairly indifferent since I've spent a majority of my time either working or in my room playing video games. I probably should be going out and meeting people, but it was a Monday, so I decided to just get high off shrooms and order Chinese food instead. I love Chinese food and hadn't eaten all day, so I ordered a large amount of Chinese food. Enough for 2 people. This becomes important later. I take my shrooms and about an hour and a half in my food comes. I excitedly run down and get my food without putting a shirt on since I was home alone. I go back up to my room and take the first bite of my food and it was so fucking good. The combination of being high and hungry just made me moan. I had an extremely stressful week the week before since I work for the government and well, shit has been going down for the entire year. I'm not sure if the moan itself made the food taste better or just the catharsis of moaning made it better, but I kept doing it throughout the entirety of my meal. Periodically getting louder and adding some other tones. Every so often adding a fuck or goddamn. I'm sure people are ahead of me at this point, but the other roommate started to not feel well during the day and decided to not go to the girls' night. She instead was going to lay down and maybe watch some Netflix. Another important note: we have a Ring doorbell with video. So from her perspective, someone dropped off 2 people's worth of Chinese food, then a shirtless me run down and grab it and then loudly moan for about an hour or so. This morning she comes up to me and says this. Hey Op, I know you're single and just moved here, so you are probably looking to meet someone, but our walls are extremely thin and I heard you last night having your loud and kinky sex. I can appreciate the single life, but maybe next time try and be quieter. I was so taken aback that I just apologized and went to work. After coming home we made almost every effort to avoid even eye contact with each other. So today I fucked up by moaning way too loud. Today I fucked up by calling a group of ladies unique and understand why they're kept in the garage. So this happened last night, but the ramifications came today. My family just moved into a fancy new neighborhood from our modest house in the city. We've been trying to meet some friends, but it's a real cliquey neighborhood with a lot of stay-at-home wives that hang out all day. I met one of my neighbors who's a cool dude. Likes sports, golf, fishing and motorcycles. Same as me. We get to talking and decide we're going to golf this weekend and our wives can hang out and get to know each other. Cool, finally getting in good with the cool kids. I tell my wife and she's excited and wants to do some social media stalking to see some of this guy's wife's likes and whatnot. I have a couple of drinks and looking through his Instagram and see this picture of all these old motorcycles that he has in his garage. Vintage Indian, Harley, Triumph, etc. He told me that he doesn't ride them but likes collecting them. I comment, man, what a unique looking group. I can see why you don't take them out in public. Fast forward to this morning and I wake up to a text that says golf's not gonna work this weekend. Well, that's a huge bummer. I see a bunch of notifications saying I'm rude and how dare I. I didn't comment on the picture of the motorcycles. I commented on a picture of the cool wives during their Christmas party last year. Today I fucked up by being placed on a Disney watch list. Actually happened today. So me and some buddies decided to go check out an anime-themed ramen shop in Orlando. We figured, well, made the long drive here, let's do something else too. We decided to go walk around Disney Springs, downtown Disney. For those who don't know, all was good for about an hour of wandering around in and out of shops. Here's some background. I work in law enforcement and conceal carry a pistol daily while off work. Well, this morning I strapped it on, in my normal comfy spot and kinda just forgot it was there. Well, after leaving a store we walked past a Disney security K9 officer, whose dog immediately spun around and stared me down, then I remembered, oh crap, I'm armed. Well, we just play it cool and keep walking when all of a sudden I feel something touch my back. It was the dog. Security stops us and asks why the dog is alerting on me, if I have any weapons or explosives. I come clean tell the K9 officer that I am carrying. He asks if I'm law enforcement, which I replied yes. He then calls over his radio and here comes 6 more security and 2 sheriff deputies. They run me and my friend's info and we were all clear. Then comes who I'm assuming is the security supervisor, who gives us a whole speech on security and why it's inappropriate to carry in mouse land. They took our info and told us we were going in a database, and should we ever be stopped again in Disney we'll be banned. So just a fun fact for everyone, even if you're legal, or a cop, don't bring a gun to Disney, they will publicly embarrass you. But props to them on effective K9 training and security, even unarmed. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Turn on the notifications to know when we post new videos. Thank you for coming to the House of Reddit.